Snoop, the debut LP's been like amazingly successful. Did you ever dream things would get this big so quick?
No, not this fast. I probably thought it'd take about a year or two more. But it's cool though. I'm dealing with it.
Why do you think things have taken off in the way they have so quick?
Probably because Dre's album was so strong and I was featured on that album so much.
What about the songs on the album, Snoop? What kind of inspired them? Was it like direct experiences that you had?
Uh on a couple of songs it was direct, like Gin and Juice and let me see. Songs like there's so many songs on that album I can't even remember, but I know it's some songs where like Murder Was the Case, it was a situation I put myself in that I ain't never been in before as far as getting shot, but just to put myself in that situation is a real thing, showing that just 'cause I rap don't mean I can't get shot at or be put in that predicament. So I want to, give a whole lot of real situations that take place.
Do you feel that really that like your life could be in danger still, even though like you've got this big?
Exactly. Because, it's always somebody out there that's jealous that don't care for Snoop, so it's cool. And I just want to let that be known, you know what I'm saying? That I ain't on no pedestal or no God type figure. I'm human just like everybody else.
Do you have to take measures to protect yourself as a result?
No, I don't get that serious, but I just wanted to bring that rap out because I seen so many of my homeboys get shot, and just being in that type of environment, it just made me want to do something like that. And a lot of other songs on my album, I just heard the music and went in and just freestyled and just said what was ever on my mind at that time and just leave it alone and let it ride.
At what point did you decide that you wanted to become a rapper and break big, really?
Mm, Probably like when I first got out of jail, like in '89, the end of '89. I didn't want to go back to jail. I wanted to do something with myself. And I just, started becoming dedicated to it, being a student to it, started making tapes and, leaving all the other madness alone on the streets and being more dedicated to rap.
Did anybody help you along the way?
I had a little bit of help from this guy named Calvin Anderson who had a record store in my neighborhood. He would let me and my homeboys go in the back of the store and use his equipment to put ourselves a little demo tape together since we didn't have no money. So, I mean, we appreciate that.
You grew up in Long Beach. What was life like for you there as a kid and growing up as a teenager?
As a kid, it was cool because it wasn't too much violence. It was, all my homeboys, we played football, basketball. We were in that sports or either going to school. But then as we got older, a lot of the homies started getting caught up and gangs started to form. And some of us started going to jail. Some of us started doing this. And some of just, as we got older, it started getting crazy. Guns were more accessible for us to get. Drugs was out there. It was all types of things. It was getting corrupt. And it's like, wasn't nobody trying to stop it. So it just got way out of hand. Now it's like it is now.
A lot has been made of the fact that you were in one of LA's kind of major gangs. Is that true, or is a lot of kind of bad, false stuff being written about you?
I mean, there's a whole lot of false stuff that's been written about me, and basically, I don't like to dwell on the fact that I was, gang affiliated or gang related, because I mean, I don't want to be no impression on nobody who feel like they have to gang bang. Because when I did it because I thought it was the thing to do. But now, as I get older, I see it wasn't about nothing, and that's why I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't represent no more.
How supportive was your mum? How supportive has she been through everything you've been through?
She always been a mother to me. That's what I can say. She always had love for me. She ain't never, disrespected me as far as treating me not like her son. She always been a mother to me, and that's all she's supposed to do.
Is family important to you?
My dog pound family is important to me. That's what's important. I mean, my real family, a lot of times, when someone becomes successful, finances becomes important to them. So I mean, I just keep it on the dog pound level, which are my homeboys who rap with me, and that's on the same mission I'm on.
Because you live quite simply, don't you? You don't like kind of display a lot of trappings of wealth, even though you've made a lot of money. Why is that?
Because that ain't what I'm in it for. I'm not in it to be, getting this and then showing everybody what I got. I'm in it to, this is what I love to do. I love to rap. And the finances is just the job side of it.
How did you get your first big break then as a rapper?
Um, like I said, when we was making tapes in the back, me and my homeboys, uh, Dre's little brother was my DJ at the time being, and he was always telling me, man, you need to rap for Dre. And I was like, I know I ain't ready for them yet. They had put Straight Outta Compton out, and I was like, I ain't even on their level yet. So we just went ahead and kept making tapes, and then when I felt I was strong enough, I told him he can get a tape to Dre. When he gave the tape to Dre, Dre wanted to do something. So it was like, it's on from there.
Were you quite surprised that Dre took an interest in your career at such an early stage?
Mm-hmm. Because he called me and was like, what's up? You want to do this album? I was like, who is this? He said, this is Dre. I was like, man, quit playing with me. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was somebody playing, and he was like, come down to the studio Monday with Warren and we'll discuss it. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I canceled. I was working with some other people. I canceled working with them to go, meet with Dre, and ended up missing my song with them. But I didn't care because Dre was like, I'm finna do this NWA album. And when I finish, we can do a little something. But in the meantime, you can help me get this together or just hang around and see what was happening. But instead of hanging around, I just chose to write, make myself useful. Just, I don't want to just sit down and not be a part of it, keep my mind active. So I just started writing songs for him and eventually writing songs for him that included me, like G Thing.
Who do you think has influenced your work the most?
Probably my DJ Warren G and Slick Rick. Because Warren G was like, he was with me when, this is like 84, 85, 1984, 85. And I'm not really, dedicated to rapping. He was always pushing me. Man, you got to get dedicated. You got to write songs. You got to do this. And I was like, man, I ain't getting no money for this shit. What am I going to do this for? And now I see what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? As I grow in this game, I understand that you got to be a student to it before you can really prosper. Because you got to understand the whole game before you can get involved. Because there's a lot of politics in this rap game that people don't really understand or know.
How have you coped with all of that?
I just take it day by day. And I look at everything as happening to me, not, to be drastic, but everything that happens to me is happening for a reason.
Gangster rap's been like heavily criticized in some places. What do you say to people who've perhaps got a down on gangster rap for various reasons?
Mm, I don't really, like commenting on that because those people who criticize gangster rap is not made for you. You know what I'm saying? So why even criticize it if you got to say something negative about it? I mean, you don't criticize Rod Stewart or, other things like that because they make music for their viewers. So just give us that same respect. We make music for our viewers. If you're not a rap fan listener, stop, trying to intrude.
But you don't think it like glorifies violence and like street life or anything?
No, it never glorifies. It only brings the real side. And see, the media, if you was in America, you would understand me more. But when the media brings things from a ghetto point of view, saying like, if a drive-by or something happened, they will never bring you the whole story. They'll just tell you 3 black men were killed in a drive-by, a black car left the scene, the suspects are 3 black men. They won't tell you what took place in order for this to happen. That's what us rappers do. We show you what causes that. There's no money on the street, so we slang dope. There's no money on the street, so we take from whoever got money. We're showing you why this happens. The news won't bring it to you like that, and they get mad because we giving up the reels.
As a result of that, then I guess you weren't too surprised by the LA riots a couple of years ago, no?
Hell no, I was happy for that. I was real happy for that. It's like our people been held back too long, A lot of bad things been happening to the black race over there. I mean, it's supposed to be equality. I mean, I wasn't around when Martin Luther King and all them was around, but I mean, the way they was trying to come at us, we young and we seen those tapes of how they treated our, mothers and grandmothers, and it's like, after we seen that Rodney King, it's like we had to do something as far as a black race on the whole. I mean, the Bloods, the Crips, everybody stopped shooting at each other for like a whole month, 2-3 months to put a peace treaty together, to try to get this black movement together. But after they saw that, the politicians and all of those people up there having money wasn't trying to give nothing back to the community, it drove everybody to the same thing that they went into before, which was the violence and the drug selling and all that other corrupt madness, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think It could break out again?
What, the peace treaty or the riot?
The riot.
I know it'll break out again if it has to. See, but the thing is this. The Americans over there, they would rather send National Guards over to try to tame. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they can't get at us like that. And I don't understand that because that's not right because it's still KKKs in Georgia, but they won't send no National Guards out there to get rid of them, but they'll send them out to get rid of the black race. And that lets me know that it ain't no equality out there.
Do you think the attempt at the gang truce then was a good idea? Do you think it, given the right opportunity,
It was a good idea because it stopped the killing. I mean, it wasn't no black on black crime for at least two or 3 months. And the news did not bring that, and that's what hurts me because they did not want to bring that side of life to the light. You know what I'm saying? They broadcast all the bad stuff that happens in the neighborhood, but they didn't want to bring the good things out. That's why I bring it to you, like I bring it to you.
We touched on Dre and NWA and stuff. What's the situation with Eazy-E now? Have things settled down?
Mm-mm. It's like, Easy over here, Dre over here. No communication, no love, no nothing. I mean, you got to picture it like this. Say, for instance, you and your homeboy start out together and you got all the talent. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got too much talent, but he got all the money, right? So he put the money up front. And you find the talent putting out hits, platinum hits every time you put something out. But instead of him giving you what you're supposed to get, he break you off some crumbs just to keep you happy. You don't know. You don't know that you're supposed to be getting more than this because you ain't never had nothing. So they giving you got a nice little car, a nice home, money to you in your pocket every day. It's feeling good, but you're not getting all yours. He getting all the money. You know what I'm saying? So it was no way for them to have love for each other. If that's supposed to be your homeboy, you're going to get him for his money when they started together.
Do you see yourself, and it sounds a bit corny this, but do you see yourself as a role model, as somebody that can blast his way out of the ghetto, doing something positive?
Yeah, that's you answered it for me. My role model position is just showing the kids that I was in a negative situation, I was in gang violence, all that other types of shit that I was involved in, but I proved that I could get out of that situation and do something positive with myself. So that's all a role model that they need to know. I mean, just to show them that. I mean, not don't do drugs and don't do that, just show them that they can do something if they stay true to what they do.
Do you feel the need to kind of put something back into the environment from where you came from?
Yeah, now, and when I feel that needed to be because I want to, you know what I'm saying, something that I want to do, it's not going to be no act or, you know what I'm saying, you need to better your image or nothing like that. It's just going to be something that I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
So I know we can't talk about one area of your life because there's a charge hanging over you, but I just wondered how tough it was to carry on with your career with that in the background.
It wasn't tough. See, people don't understand when the media brought that out like that, all they did was sold me another million records because they made people more suspicious about me. Like, they saying all these bad things about him and, bam, now they saying this. But then when people actually sit down and conversate with me and meet me, it's a whole nother page. They neglect all of that. They don't even pay no attention to that no more.
So as a result, is it possible for you to kind of map out a future for yourself, or are you taking it like as it comes at the moment?
I gotta always have a plan, you know what I'm saying, for the future, but I like to take it day by day because nobody's promised tomorrow.
And like, how optimistic are you about the future for yourself?
I just want to be successful. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do something with myself that's successful in case I do have kids. I want to have my kids not go through what I went through as far as being in ghetto situations, not having nothing on Christmas, not, you know what I'm saying, those type of things that you go through in the ghetto that you got to learn to get by with and just struggle and just deal with. I don't want my kid to go through that. I want him to have, you know what I'm saying, not to spoil him, but to have the better things in life, but to show him that, you know what I'm saying, you got to dedicate yourself to what you do.
Snoop, it's been good talking to you. Thanks for joining us.
LBC you.
Okay, so I didn't.
Snoop, do you do like IDs? Yeah. Could you we're called BPM. The show's called Beats Per Minute. Could you kind of introduce yourself and maybe mention the show? Tell us when you like Snoop.
Yo, this is Snoop Doggy Dogg, and I'm chilling on BPM, beats per minute. Check it out.
Just try one more. That's you.
Yo, this is Snoop Doggy Dogg, and I'm chilling on BPM, beats per minute. Check it out.
Excellent.
Right.
Thanks.